Yes, it is. Yes, it's another mug. Yes, I love to keep my hot beverages hot. So, are you with me or are you not?
Let's do this!
Spectacular gadgets.
What's going on, everyone? It's Tay with Spectacular Gadgets, and yes, I have the NextMug by NextBoom on the channel today, and we're going to unbox it and test it out. You know me, I love my hot beverages, and it's nothing like keeping your beverages hot or warm as long as you need it to. So let's go ahead and unbox this. But first, I purchased this from Amazon, and at the time that I purchased it, the cost was going for $99.95. So after tax and everything, this was $105.95. I love that the U is the mug, and I also like the simpleness of the packaging. Just a brown box, and it works.
Spectacular gadgets.
Now that we have unpacked everything, let's take a look what's inside of the white box. This is probably the power source. This is not going to be like your little Type-C cable. What appears to be is one of those AC/DC adapters. So this is what you're going to have to use. And it's one of those thicker, bigger adapters that unfortunately is going to take up a little bit of space. And then here is the docking coaster. So on the bottom, it has some rubber around, so it's not going to slide around. And it's pretty simple. You have the two pins in the middle, and this is what's going to connect to the bottom of the mug and charge up that mug when you have it placed on the docking coaster. Now let's get to the mug, and this mug actually includes a spill resistant lid. This lid's also going to help you keep the beverage warm because obviously you're covering it and it's not just wide open. The lid comes with this nice silicone ring. This ring is going to help seal the lid when you place the lid on the mug. One thing this lid doesn't contain is that sliding tab that will cover that opening when you're not drinking from the mug. And then in here, we can finally unwrap the mug from the plastic. And I chose to go with the sage color. They have different colors for sure. They have black, burgundy, dusty rose, and then sage. When I flip the mug over, first of all, I noticed the pins or the contacts in the middle of the mug. So these two are going to join. That's what's going to get us charging the mug. This silicone ring on the bottom helps prevent movement when you don't want it to. Plus, it also is going to keep it in place when it's on the coaster and when it's on your desk. We have NextMug branding right here in the center, but also notice right below that, we have a nice little button here. Take a look. And this is telling us that there is no app necessary without saying that there's no app necessary. We have 3 temperature levels, warm, hot, and piping, and you're going to be able to access that with simply pressing that button. The silicone ring on the lid is doing a great job of sealing the lid. It's also going to help keep that heat in, but I'm also showing you it did take a little bit of effort to remove the lid, so I feel like that's a pretty good seal. Besides all the wording and information on the right, when you have the handle to the right, there's nothing on the other side when you have the handle to the mug on the left. So all your information is going to be with the handle to the right. And so when you place it on the charger, I would place it so that you could at least see this information or at least the charging status. Plugging in the coaster doesn't mean the coaster is going to get hot, nor does that mean the bottom of the mug will get hot. What this is doing is charging up the mug, and we can see some indication there with the green lights. If you're new to NextMug, we can take a look at some of the products that they offer. I forgot to mention that the mug that I have is the 14-ounce mug, but they do have larger sides and so many colors. More important than colors is some safety tips. Do not use this in a microwave. You should definitely hand wash it. No dishwasher. Dry the mug and the coaster before charging it. And it's best to pour hot beverages into the mug. And to get the best out of your battery, go ahead and use that lid. Like most things when you buy them new, you're going to want to hand wash it with soap and water before the first use. Go ahead and dry it off. Remember, dry it off before you put it on the charging coaster. To cycle through the different temperatures, you'll press the button. As you see, I'm on warm, that's 130. Hot is 140, and piping is 150 degrees Fahrenheit. When I'm using these type of heated mugs, I tend to use a silicone spoon, which you see here. I'll put the link in the description below.
Spectacular gadgets.
Using the NextMug with onboard controls is a win-win. I can use it as a normal mug if I want. I can keep my beverages warm, hot, or piping hot for as long as it takes me to finish the drink. Off the charging coaster with the lid, I was able to get a few hours on warm and a couple hours on hot. I haven't needed to use the piping hot yet, but I'm sure that I can get a few hours as well. Well, that about wraps it up for this video. I want to thank everyone for taking the time to chill with me as we go through this journey. And until next time, everyone, I want you all to have a spectacular day. Later.